Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you my Pearl kit that I finally finished up. Now I bought this at Jersey Fest Fair back in 2015, so it is 2016 now. It's in August. It's about 2 weeks from today of this video I'm making is the next Jersey Fest show. Now I'm going to be bringing her to the Jersey Fest show and I'm going to actually enter into the contest. I really don't care about contests. As I said in my past videos, I never really cared about awards. It doesn't make any difference to me. Awards never really mattered to me growing up, whether I played football, other sports, or I did art contests back in high school. As long as I'm able to do this stuff, enjoy it, make a living, I don't care about winning or anything like that. It's just a matter of doing the stuff and having fun, and that's all I ever cared about. So, if you're going to the show, you could be able to check her out in person. Now, I guess this will be entered as like a female category and probably kit bash category because I really did change up a lot of stuff to the statue. And I'm going to kind of break down all that stuff. Hopefully I can get it all broken down within the 15 minutes of the video. But I had a lot of fun. I also did a work in progress video of how I did some A's with the treasure chest. So you guys can check out that video as well. Hopefully I'll have everything up before the show or at least the weekend of the show. And I'll just break it all down because ever since I bought this kit, day one when I came back home, I hopped on eBay. I was looking for hot toy parts. I was looking for treasure chests. I was looking for all kinds of crazy ideas and different stuff I could come up with. And I really did have a lot of fun. So we're going to break this all down and show you what I did. So let's get a little bit closer. And one of the main things that I did was, as you can see, she did come with a snake, like a big eel or something. I took that eel out, and what I did is I dremeled out all the shell, all the resin that was in there, all that weird stuff, and what I did is I created a tongue. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to give a little bit of a cheesecake look, a little bit of a kinkiness to it. So I took the tongue and I sculpted a tongue coming up like it's licking her butt. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it so like the scuba tank actually got caught between the shell. So like the clam clamped onto the top of or the bottom of the scuba gear, and he's just kind of looking up there to get his either pearl back or something else, you know. So that was the whole idea of the kit when I first got it. I knew that I was going to do that right away, as you can see, and I had a lot of other things here and there. But so as we'll kind of break down around the base too. I went on eBay and I wanted to add a treasure chest because there was all this, you know, the eel would come around this way and then there was the octopus on the leg and the little clams. I wanted to get rid of all that stuff. I wanted more like the clam was the biggest like monster in there with all the treasure around it. So this is kind of my idea. So I found this really cool metal treasure chest that was in scale. I painted it all up. I added it to the base. I found all these little gold coins on eBay. All these other little trinkets of gold stuff. I went to Michael's and AC Moore, and I found all this really cool stuff. As you can see, I threw it all in the treasure chest, you know, so it's really nice and shiny. I added it to the base. So I found this cool thing right here. This is an anchor. It was like one of a kind I found on eBay. It was in cool scale. It's very heavy brass. It's actually like a real anchor for like a little boat, I guess, you know, maybe a toy boat or something. So I found that off eBay, and I added it to the base, and I added all this little rust onto it, and I colored it up. So that was pretty cool. What I also did was I found this little light thing here in scale, which is a Hot Toys. It actually turns on. It's got batteries, but the problem is it doesn't stay on. You know, it would be kind of cool if I could keep it going, but this is kind of like her underwater flashlight. That's got a little rope going up to here. So kind of break that down. Let's see what else we got here. So I added these little light pieces here from a Hot Toys. You know, so of course the tongue was one of the funnest parts to sculpt. I mean, I really wanted to kind of, you can see where it's going, and I know it's kind of a little bit kinky, but it was kind of funny just to add it on, just a one-of-a-kind kit, just to mess around. So what I also did was I gave her a Hot Toys knife. I found this knife, and I also gave her a Hot Toys watch because I figured, you know, let me add some more things to her, like she's going underwater, where, you know, you at least have some kind of a watch for timing and maybe a better knife, you know. So maybe it's not the normal knife you might have underwater, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. So what I also tried to do is I gave the thing around her legs where the knife would go, and I sculpted it in scale, and then I glued it on at the end because I just wanted to try to do something a little bit different. And then, as you can see, what's really one of the bigger changes too is this piece here. These are actually really how I did it was I put two pieces of nail in here that's metallic. These two little black pieces right here are from some plastic pieces that you use for electricity work. I cut off the pieces, and then this green wire is actually USB port wire that you would use for like an iPad, you know, like a charger. I found it on eBay for like $1.99, and I cut the wire, and then I put that around because the piece that came with it, I just didn't like it. And then this little black piece that's on here where her mouth guard would go, that's actually from the resin kit piece. But what I did is I cut off the two resin pieces, I dremeled through it, and then I put it right through the wire. So I wanted to give her something a little bit cooler, that's bendable, and just have some fun with it. So let's see if we could kind of get in a little bit into the face, maybe. So I did give her like red cheeks in the face, so if you were able to see it in there, she's kind of like blushing, you know, because she is getting her booty licked. And then I gave her green eyes. I gave her nice silky brown, dirty brown hair. Of course, I put that color pearl up. Her fins are kind of on the top, are kind of like a metallic, like a little pearl, but underneath it's just regular black. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit more. As you can see, I just want to add a little bit of color. You know, outfit's just red and black. I just wanted a simple red and black outfit because I looked online for a lot of different scuba gear, and because this is kind of not the norm, I guess you can say a lot of the scuba gear is all like one pieces, so I saw a lot of red and black ones, so I thought that would be kind of cool. The black is kind of like a black with hints of blue and gray in there, so it's kind of more of like a grayish blue black. And the scuba tank is kind of cool. What I did with that is when I painted it, I also kind of clear coated the green, and then I misted alclad chrome over that and polished the gloss coat, and it gives it like kind of a metallic sheen. And then I gloss coated it again, so it's almost like a metallic, shiny metallic. And but I wanted the tank to be like bright green. I don't know, that was kind of like my goal when I first got it, because I looked scuba. If you look on scuba gear and scuba tanks, a lot of them are green or silver, so I figured green would kind of look cool. I didn't want to go crazy with the whole color scheme that, you know, the outfit's got to match the scuba gear and it's got to be, you know, I figured, you know, if you're going down in the water, it doesn't matter what colors you're looking for. It's just that you're going in there to get treasure chests. So that's kind of what I ran with. Now, she at the moment, she is in two pieces. I'm going to try to split her without ruining anything, and I kind of show you what I did. I painted the scuba gear separate and the body was separate, but then you pin the body into the scuba gear. But if you lift her up, as you can kind of see, there's a peg here, and then there's a metal brass hollow press there, and then the butt kind of sticks into here. So when I was sculpting it, of course I got some marks and stuff, because when you start painting it, things get thicker and then they get the marks, but that's all hidden anyway. But so she is in two pieces, which is kind of cool, so I don't have to worry about, you know, one whole solid piece messing up. And then one of the coolest things too about the end of this, when I was actually redoing it, this sand, all the sand that you can see, this is actually New Jersey sand from the beach, LBI, Long Beach Island. So I have sand that I use for a lot of stuff. So what I did was I put the sand into a cup. I used Elmer's glue. I watered it down a little bit. I learned this from a trick from a friend. And then what I used is I put the sand all over the base after, because it was all painted first, the shell and all the tongues all painted. And then once all that sand is up there with the glue, of course I made sure to wipe it off. I started adding in all the kind of coins and loose treasure chests that's around the clam, because it's kind of like a trap. You know, the clam's sitting there, and if you're coming to get all the treasure and the pearl, the clam's going to get you. So that's the whole premise to it. So, and then garage kit, flesh tone colors all over her. And then she has got a sheen to her. And the reason why I gave her a sheen is because I did use Duplicolor clear gloss coat. I wanted to make sure that, you know, she's got kind of like that water feel that she is underwater. I was going to go crazy glossing her with some like pearls in there to give it like that underwater feel, but I was doing some tests on some other items and it just wasn't working out, and I didn't like it. That's something I'll have to work on down the line, see if I could come up with something else. But a lot of fun with this kit. Just really wanted to do some crazy things. Also, some other things that I did was, as you can kind of see under here, which might be hard, her belt buckle was like broken and there was no latch. So what I did is I stretched out the belt buckle, as you can see there, and you can see over here, and then I added that little piece that's underneath of it, like it's stretching. So you figure, you know, the clam is grabbing her, and then she's stretching. As you can see, it's kind of hitting her stomach. So I figured that would be kind of cool to have all that stretchiness with the belt buckle and stuff. So that's something else I added. And let's see, I don't know if I added, one other little thing I added, I think, was this little piece up here. This little tiny little piece here. You know, I just some other valve. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I just had some fun with this kit. Let's see if we could kind of move upwards for you guys, and then down so you can kind of see downwards how it looks. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a great kit. It's a little complex, I'm not going to lie. It was a little complex getting the, you know, the scuba tank into the clam with the tongue. There was a couple times when I sculpted it and I let it sit, the tongue actually wasn't hitting the butt anymore because the body was twisting because it wasn't actually all one piece, because it's kind of hard to paint it if I had it all one piece. So after some tweaking and some messing around, it all worked out pretty good. Now, one of the last things too about her mask, it may look cloudy around the edges, but that's kind of what I wanted to do. I knew that once I painted her and I put this little plastic, this is like plastic you get from, like, you know, if you order an action figure or you go over to Home Depot and you buy, you know, one of those fire alarms, and it comes in a plastic container. I just cut out a little piece of plastic and I put it in there and I glued it in, and I knew the glue was going to cloud it a little bit, but that's what I wanted, because I figure if you're underwater, you're going to get cloudiness around there anyway. So that's what I did with that. And at the end, I just kind of glued the mask on, and then I touched up with some Aves on this strap and that strap, so it's really nice and secure. And I just ran with it. Now, I didn't go crazy with a lot of makeup, or, you know, I didn't give her fingernail any kind of polish. I just gave her green eyes and just blush on the cheeks. And just regular lips color, not too, it may look like there's a really crazy it's kind of just pink. It's not really not much at all. And that was it. And that's pretty much the kit. I had a lot of fun with this kit. Hopefully you guys like my little idea. It really is out there. And as I say, you just get a kit like this, and you can go to town. You can do anything you want. You know, you can paint it different colors. You can put seaweed all over her, like she's trapped on the water with seaweed. You can even just take out the whole base itself and maybe put her next to a broken ship. You know, like maybe there's an eel coming out of the broken ship. Maybe she's caught under chains. If you're into ghosts and monsters, maybe you can find some kind of a kit that's got like skeletons, like she's underwater and there's you know, like ghost ship skeletons coming after her. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and that's why I really like this kit. Not only did Roberto sculpt it amazing, but it's just fun. So there you go. That is Pearl. Guys, got any questions on how I came up with it, or, you know, any of the other items that I found? It's just a matter of hunting eBay, testing, just finding random stuff, because you never know. I mean, like this anchor alone, when I was on eBay, I must have found like anchors, boat ship wheels, and there was a lot of stuff that wasn't in scale. There was stuff that was probably like 15 inches, you know, would be huge, or maybe 20 inches, which would be bigger than her. And then there was other ones that were like keychains and small, which would look dumb. So I wanted to find something that's kind of fairly big, but not kind of in scale in a way. And then when I found that anchor, I knew it was perfect, and I just ran with it. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. I mean, it's a really great kit, just a lot of fun, and just a little kinkiness to it, which is a little bit more kinkiness than what's sculpted. So hopefully you guys like the way she came out. Thanks for watching. If you're at Jersey Fest and you get a chance to check her out, let me know. I'll be around the show walking around. So that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.